Hey everyone, welcome back in our SQL playlist. So in the last video we just have an overview of what we are going to learn and what are the basic steps about this. So officially from this video we are going to do some queries. So in this video we'll just focus on mainly on the select statement, and we'll not do the same type of query, but we'll just see the uses of select statement. So we'll just work on this. And so for this so I have the one database. I'm using my SQL workbench, so you can use any or however you will do. So I have some customers tables, customers, employees, order item, order product. So these are for the our different lessons that we are going to learn. So first, how we are going to get the data from the tables, right? So it's very simple. So we use select and we have this star. So star means asterisk sign, which means it will add all the columns, right, from, and then the finally we have the table name. So let's say employees. So if I do this and run, now you can see, so I have the list of all the data from here. So select everything from employee. So employee ID, first name, last name, its department, job title, salary, hire date, and is active. So I have all the records. So here the first thing is it does not matter you write select like this in a type uppercase or in a lowercase, it will work, but it's always better to write this is in the uppercase, so it's easier to and readable. So now it's the most easiest and the most often we do this, but in production, in reality, it will just break or it makes the query slower, right? For now we have all the statement, all the data, but what if you only need employee ID and first name, right? What if you only need employee ID, first name, and last name, but you don't need any type of other information? So you can always select the custom columns. So for that, how we can do, we just need to name the column names, right? So for example, I want employee ID, right, and then let's say first name, and I want last name. So these are the column names. Here you can see employee ID, first name, last name. So if I just need this, I can do this, and if I run this now you can see I have employee ID, first name, last name. So I don't have any other information. So this is how we can also optimize the query in real world, right? So now the next thing is how we can analyze the names. So what I mean is, what if you need this last name is surname, not the last name, right? So you can easily change the column from here. So for that, either we can just use directly here, let's say last name is let's say surname, right? And if I hit the query, now you can see the last name column was changed to surname. But now if you read this query, you can feel like, what is this last name surname, right? It's not more readable. So for that we have a is keyword here. So if you use this, so now it's more readable, but the output is same, right? Now we can get first name, surname, and everything. Let us also get from the salary, and let's see, right? So employee ID, first name, surname, salary, and it does not matter that the column names that you search must be in the same order in the database. So if I can also search salary at the first, salary in the first, right? That's it, I can get this. Let me just undo this. It's okay here. So what if you need this as a two column, two words names or three words? I want this as this way as last name. So can I do this? No. So here you can see you have an error. So if you want this, what we can do is we can do this into double quote last name, and if I hit now I can see it's now last name, right, in the same way. So this way we can use the lich. Okay, now what we'll do is let's remove this and let's me just run this one. So we have this. So let's say this salary was monthly salary. So what I want to do is I want to make it as monthly pay. Let's see, right? So salary is my monthly pay. Now what if I want the annual pay, right? So we can directly do it from the database. So I mean we can directly do computation in the queries. So what I can do is salary into 12. So if I just do this and hit enter, you can see it is my new column now, right? Salary 12 is my new column, but what I want to do is it is my annual pay. That's it. So now it will become my annual pay. Now if I enter, now you can see I have got my 9500 is monthly pay and I have my annual pay which is into 12. Right now, what if you want to filter it? Let's say we'll deep dive into the filter later, but it's still the simple filter. Let's say where I want to get annual pay which are more than 500,000, let's say. So what I'll do is it is my column, right, where annual pay is greater than 5,000. If you see the query now, just hit here, right, select employee ID, first name, last name, salary as monthly pay, salary as monthly pay, salary into 12 we have annual pay, and I have just set it right. So the annual pay must be greater than 5,000. So if I try to run this, so I got an error. It says unknown column annual pay. So for this you must, why this is unknown column? Because I've just defined it here, right? So we must need to understand the execution order in the SQL, which is very important. That's the reason. If I go here, I'm just created here. So we first have from the level of execution where it is, then the where will be work, and group by, having, select, and finally order by. So if you see here, before select the where column executes, right? So the where column execute before select, it means this annual pay is only defined in the select statement, so it will be unaware about this column. So if I do instead of where, let's, I want to order it, right? So I can say order by and then annual pay. Let's see if it works. Order by annual pay, and if I try to execute, now it works, right? So now I can see the order by, if I want in descending order, and if I execute, that's it. Why annual pay column is working on the order by statement? Because the if the level of execution, it is after the select statement, and the annual pay is only defined in the select statement, so the execution should be in that way to workable. That's it, right? So we have item ID, order ID, product, quantity, and unit price. Perfect. So now how we can, let's say, how if I want to get the total price, let's say VAT and stuff like that, how we can do that? So let's say I want product ID, right, and then I want its unit price, its quantity, and now instead of adding multiple columns, now for total, let's say VAT and tax, now we can directly compute here. Let's say unit price into quantity, comma, unit price into quantity into, let's say 1.8 is a bat rate. So if I do this now and let's run this, Okay, oh sorry, I misspelled it here. Quantity. So if I run this now, so now you can see unit price, we have quantity, and then we have unit price into quantity and something which is not readable. So to make it readable, let's just make it like this. First unit price. So what we'll do is we'll say we use alias, right? Unit price into quantity is always uh, let's say line total, and this is total with that or any other columns that we name it. Perfect. So and I can just run this. So now you can see I have got the line total as well as the that in every data. That's it. This is how we can get this information. Similarly, if we talk about the employees table, so let me just remove this from here. Like so let me go back to employees table, select everything from employees. Here you can see we have first name, last name, right? So now how we can get the full name? So if we do in the code, we'll just loop into each and then concat them. So now I can just directly to concat the first name and last name. What we'll do is we can do select and then we can use the method we have, sorry, select concat. Here also we can see, right? So let me just use capital and then we can just pass first name, and then in between I need space, and then I need last name, right? So I can say age, this should be my full name, and then I need salary. Perfect. And then the final is from which table? It's from employees table. So if I do this, now you can see I have got the full name. To make you more clear, let's get first name, last name as well. So boom, now you can see we have first name, last name, and the concatenated full name. So this is also what we can do.